we thought we'd fill you in on what a 6-month-old Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever is like in regard to size, characteristics, weight, what she knows already, what her motivators are, what the things she struggles with are. So for those of you who have been watching, this is Sable. You've seen her since we got her at 8 weeks old, the whole way till now. So let's get started with a 6-month-old Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. Good. Okay. So let's get started with some of Sable's physical characteristics. So I just weighed her yesterday. She's 27 pounds. So that's about the size that you can expect, a similar size for your 6-month-old Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. We anticipate that she'll get, bless you, to be maybe around 35 pounds or so. So she's almost there. I also wanted to take this time to show you just how big she is lengthwise and height-wise. So we'll see if she cooperates with me. Come here, Sable. Right? What's more interesting, the food or the tape measure? Right here. So she's about 18 inches tall right now, and her length is about 17 inches. This is pretty much about the size that you would expect a female toller to be. She might have another inch in each direction to go, but she's pretty much there, so pretty small pup. Another physical characteristic that you can see that's coming through for her is that her hair has changed from being really puffy from when she was a puppy to now it's turning into more of an actual coat. It's getting a little bit longer. Here, spin, spin, sit.
It's still very soft.
It is still very soft, but we're feeding her things that should help with her coat softness, like some flaxseed here and there, some healthy vegetables, some pumpkin, and making sure that we can hopefully maintain that softness. Good girl. All right. So some things that we're still working on with Sable are her recall. She mostly comes when she's called these days. However, food is a huge motivator for that. That's another thing that we're struggling with, is starting to wean her off of the treats to get her to do what we want without a treat involved. But it's so great that she's so food motivated for training purposes. And I'd say the other big thing that we're really still struggling with her is having her calm down outside of her crate. She knows that her crate is like her happy, safe place to sleep. She sleeps in it every night. Sometimes during the day we put her in there if we have some work that we need to accomplish. But for the most part, we're trying to let her kind of do her thing outside of her crate and settle down, which she's really not doing. Which leads me into some pros and cons about the breed. When you read online that these dogs are super high energy and they like to go, 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 they're not joking. Do not take this lightly. Sable would go for 24 hours a day if we let her and we didn't have a structured settle down time for her. But that's also a pro. If you're a very active person, they can always keep up even though they're a smaller size, which we've actually found that we think her size is pretty perfect. We can still pick her up. We can take her to do different fun things. And she definitely likes to run around and be super active. So I know that some of our videos in her earlier puppy stages mentioned how much we were struggling with Sable biting. No matter what we tried, she would just bite at our hands, would go for them, not toys. It seemed like nothing was working. And I thank all of you for giving us suggestions. We tried all of them. But people kept saying, there's going to reach a day where eventually a switch just kind of flips. And that is exactly what happened. Sable no longer just bites us when we're playing. She doesn't come up and bite us out of the blue. The only time that we actually get a bite out of her anymore is if we're in the middle of a play session and she misses the toy. And she's pretty coordinated, so that doesn't happen very often. Oh, please. So some of the best things so far about having her, aside from just the general love that you get from a dog, I would say is her level of intelligence. She has been the pretty much easiest dog to train. She picks up on things in a couple of times of doing them with a few repetitions, and she knows the command. Another great thing about owning a toller is that people never have any idea what a toller is. So you get to teach people all the time about this fun, unique dog breed. And I would say probably the last super positive thing about having her is that she really is a go anywhere dog. She can come anywhere with us. She's happy to do everything. She's happy to meet people. She's happy to try new things, see other dogs. It takes a little coaxing sometimes, but for the most part, she's along for the adventure all the time, just to try to get her to be well socialized, as well as she's our buddy, so we like to take her everywhere. Thanks for tuning in to see what a 6-month-old Toller looks like, physical characteristics, different behaviors that she has. Keep in mind that every Toller is unique, so this is just a general guideline for about where she is at this stage in her life. And be sure to stay tuned. We'll give you an update with her growing, and then we can figure out together when she finally has reached her full size. Say thanks for tuning in. Right? Say thanks for tuning in.